It's still kind of loud. Oh shit, it's a Remy mirror. This is an Acha replay rather than the Shend replay. So, the level of skill, I don't know what to expect. I've watched some Acha replays where the skill level was really high and some where it was kind of low. The Shend, it's usually high. Remy mirrors are neat. There aren't a whole lot of players of this character, so you almost never see mirrors. It's not really a case of life lead determines winner, like most charge matchups are. Remy is kind of shut down by, like, it's kind of worth it to rush down on Remy and go for aggressive parries. That's usually how you fight him. I don't know if that's true for other Remys. I gotta admit I haven't seen this matchup that much. I know that they both picked Super 2. Oh, if that was Jump Fierce, it would have actually connected, but he might have already turned to parry. But Jump Fierce was the button to go for anyway, because when you get that on an airborne opponent, you get a juggle state. You like those charge fireballs, huh? I think... Oh, that was not a confirm. You can link after that into Super, but he didn't hit confirm it. He canceled it. I think he did a parry motion. I think he confirmed like he did a parry. What people do is they parry, then they do stay medium kick and turn a double quarter circle. And then if they see the parry and or the stay medium kick hit, they'll super on reaction. But that guy just did the whole thing. That was some more parrying. He's kind of reckless about it. You don't normally do that. I mean, you do like move in and then parry and then attack, but he's parrying repeatedly then attacking. You don't normally see people go for multiple parries up close, waiting for anything. Usually by the first parry, it's just like, well, he didn't do anything. This is a matchup. This is one of the matchups where Hugo kind of suffers. I think that Hugo is probably a better character than Remy overall. No, much better character than Remy overall. But Hugo is not good against Remy. It's not as bad as you would think. Kuma's a pretty good character to play if you're not used to roll. Nothing complex there. I shouldn't say nothing complex if you count like fucking teleport cancel ultra 2. That's not super hard, but if you've never played a roll character, that's gonna be freaky as fuck. That was an odd time to go for that, but it's almost always safe. Your meter is very precious against Hugo. Like, it normally just, I mean, obviously you don't want to burn a super meter for nothing against anyone, but your meter is your primary means of keeping Hugo out. Oh yeah, charge. I think charge is probably much easier on hitbox than roll. It's actually really easy to do some hard stuff on hitbox with charge, from what I hear. That's a target combo Remy has. It's not just like a chain. If you do stand short, stand jab, stand short, he can cancel the stand short, and it's just a target combo. You just dial it in. It's a really weird one. The target combos aren't well known in this game. There are pros who like don't know every target combo with every character. A lot of them are kind of useless. That one's not that bad. Oh, caught the backdash. Backdashes are not invincible nor airborne. They just move kind of fast, and Remy's is quite fast. That crutch medium kick, that was catching a backdash, like a fucking high parry, jump out, something. Crutch medium kick is, it's like a better version of DJ's. I'm pretty sure it's safe. If it's unsafe, it's only punishable by things like Shippuju and Raikyaku. It does quite good damage, it gets a knockdown. It's a bit better than it is in Street Fighter 4. Comes out pretty fast too. In this game, he pretty much plays... Hugo pretty much plays entirely by hitting stand strong and crouch medium kick, and doing special moves. Finals, number 1 and number 2. I think that I like Infiltration and Ramochi for number 1. In fact, I think they'll be the top 2. Tokido could do it, though. Tokido has about the same chance as Momochi in my eyes. So actually, like, whoever wins between Tokido and Momochi, I like them for top 2. Well, obviously, they've got a really good shot at top 2 after that point. Whoever wins between Momochi and Tokido, I kind of like for number 1. I don't know. Infiltration could do it. Infiltration's done it before. And he could do it again. If Infiltration can win Evo without having a main, that's fucking incredible. Put it like that. Nice. Cold blue kick into flash kick. You can do that on anti-air connect. Hugo's big though, so it's probably easier on him. Hugo is either easy to juggle or impossible to juggle depending on what you're trying to do. His big body fucks some juggles, but makes some much easier. It's very common to approach suddenly on Hugo when he's not expecting it. Run away a little bit, sudden approach. I wouldn't say it's a good strat, but I see it a lot. I feel like his DiCaprio is probably the best DiCaprio, which is kind of sad. He tried to do instant overhead link super. That's kind of hard. It's like a 1-frame link with a perfect instant overhead. Maybe not 1 frame. It's like 2 or 3 with a perfect instant overhead. Remi's anti-air options are very varied. This Remi pulled out everything. He did anti-air stand strong, he did anti-air parry jabs, he did anti-air fireballs, he did anti-air cold blue kick. He didn't pull out anti-air crouch fierce. But right at the end he did anti-air crouch medium kick, which was really cool. So it's like a very common high-level anti-air that catches the people who are doing jump in parry. No one jumps in and parries low. Absolutely no one. Anti-air lows are very common in high-level play. Tried to make him air there. He can get his attack out in time though. Got him? No. SPD wasn't fast enough though. I think he jumped on reaction there, and that was bad because I think the super was out of range. That was good Remi play regardless though. This seems to be decent skill level. I think I could have beaten that Hugo in this Remi, but I'm not sure yet. Look at the sweep. Far fierce, what the fuck? Even though it was close fierce, that would have been weird. Anti-air low. Interesting. I mostly watched, on the first day, I watched Street Fighter 4 and I caught about a quarter of the total SF4. I missed like half of the day of Street Fighter 4 and I only watched one of the 2 streams. Nice. Caught a sweep. Or crouch medium kick perhaps. I think it's the first frame of crouch medium kick. That move is one of Ken's best. The full screen presence, the anti-airing capabilities, the damage. Very rewarding. Almost no risk either. You're only risking your bar. Even when parried, it's usually safe. And it's a hard parry too. Air-to-air parry is hard. Anti-air parry is pretty easy, but an anti-air parry usually leads to punish. But very few people parry it because they're not expecting to hit as early as it does, or on the side that it does sometimes. Wow. I mean, the recovery is crouch medium kick made the left forward whiff. That was kind of cool. Good for the Remi player because that would have been a crouch medium kick Shippu. Yeah, that was nice. He just got up close and was wiggling between his parry directions. You can't do a constant parry. Once you tap, There's a little period after your parry attempt ends where you're in something called parry lock, which prevents you from going for another parry. And that lasts about as long as the window for the parry. So it's like 7 frames for a parry and then 7 more frames of parry lock, I think. So you can't just spam parry, really. But that whole thing takes like less than a quarter of a second, so... If it wasn't for parry lock, you could hit forward once every 7 seconds and get, like, parry literally any incoming hit. Once every 7 frames. Once every second, every 7... Ah. Ah. Once every 7 frames is not super fast either. Huh. He was expecting maybe a super. He did a very delayed attack. He might have been expecting the target combo. He might have gone for 2 high parries. That was good either way, because you get the punish regardless. This is some good Ken. I don't know if I'm better than this guy. I think I'm not. That was cool. It's hard to tell with Ken players. Throw him out of the short swing. Short swing is not nearly as good at dodging throws as it is in Street Fighter 4. But throws are a little bit more irrelevant in this game. Throws are a concession in this game. No, I'm not playing. I'm just watching. I can play if you want. I'm a pretty good player. If you want to like play against me, I'll play you. No, I literally only play the one character. I'm super Japanese about Aurora. There's no other character I would like playing. I like watching other matches, and they look fun and stuff, but like, when I think about how I enjoy this game, I wouldn't enjoy this game nearly as much playing as other characters. I think you need a forward dash there. Like always. He just tried it without a forward dash. Remy's crouch fierce into flash kick works about equally well on a grounded or air opponent. I think exactly equally well. I think the damage is just identical on the flash kick. I know it does different damage depending on the height it hits, but I think you can just wait longer. Pringles, you can just play third strike on Fightcade. You don't need like a good computer or anything, and it's like free. Anyway, Remy can parry anti-air and then crouch fierce and it's a punish. And he doesn't need to wait for them to hit the ground or anything like that. Like, it doesn't matter if he hits them out of the air because he'll still get the full damage. If he wants to land a super or something like that, he needs a grounded opponent. Super does crap damage anti-air. Remy's third super is actually a parry. It's never been unlocked by anyone. It's theoretically not very good at all. But there is a little bit of theoretical tech you could do if you were really good at parrying. You could parry, like, you could red parry a multi-hit move, and then super, and then, like, let the next hit of the multi-hit move activate your counter ultra, counter super. What did I say Remy super was? Remy's third super is a counter. Yeah, that usually doesn't... Oh, he got a punish, I think. It just has, like, almost the regular landing recovery after... that parry. Most people kind of pass through Ken, so they usually like facing the wrong way or something. Nice, confirm. Odd that he started with jab. There's like no reason not to start with short. It makes the first hit a low parry. Low parry only, that is. Crouch jab can be parried either direction. And crouch short, jab short works on Remy, regardless of the order that you hit the buttons. Dead Strike is a game I know pretty well. Ooh. That crouch face was quite punishable. That was a punish. He dashed in and hit crouch medium punch, and it hit the whiff recovery of Remy's stay medium kick. That was kind of a nuts punish. That was good. Backdash the throw, reaction super. Reaction left forward super, rather. Sand hard kick. He could have gotten... I don't know if he had the meter for a super. I don't think he did. I'm pretty sure Ken can Shippu a lot of Remy's cold blue kicks. I think every version of all of them. I think he can. I don't know what Remy's taunt does. I actually have no idea. It definitely does something because I know the only taunt that does nothing is Makoto's dash punch taunt. I do not know what Remy's does though. That was nice anti-air. I thought that Ken could Shippu that. He just didn't do it, and it looked like. I thought all of Remy's cold blue kicks were minus. I thought the light one was only barely minus, so you couldn't punish it with conventional shit. Stun buff, yeah, that's what a lot of them are. The ones that no one talks about. I feel like I know most of them. I think Sean increases his stun output, and Elena increases her stun output. Sean might increase his damage too, but I'm pretty sure Elena's only increases her stun output. Nice combo! Meaty universal overhead into fucking low short flash kick. What do all the taunts do? Shit. There's a lot of taunts in the game. Chun-Li's will either increase, I think, her damage, definitely her health, or like one other thing. Chun-Li actually has like 3 different things that can happen during her taunt that will all buff different things. One of them buffs her health by a lot, one of them buffs her health by a little bit, one of them I think buffs her damage. Q and Hugo's both increase their fucking health, their defense I guess, because their health, I don't know. It keeps the exact percentage of health, so I guess it buffs defense. Well, technically it gives you more hits before you die. Oh look, a list, you can just read that. Aura speeds up stun recovery dramatically as long as you're holding it. Ryu speeds up stun recovery permanently after you do it once. I don't know. Ken's and Akuma's and Makoto's increase damage. I can't think of who I'm forgetting. I don't know what the fuck Kabuki's does. I think that increases damage for next combo, but I have no idea. Dudley's increases damage of next combo. And it also creates an Oki game. Sean's does too. Beats reversals and shit. It's a projectile. Twelve turns him invisible. That one's actually kind of good. It's more useful. Wow, he juggled into the fireball instead of the flash kick. For what reason? It's more useful than you would think to turn invisible because 12 can literally hit you from full screen without taking big risks. He doesn't have an overhead though, but I guess he can just do jump attacks. Get an overhead like that. That was a really bad flash kick. I don't know why the fuck he did that. He did the 12, the far stand strong so early that even after it was parried he could still block the jump in. Top 8 is II versus Infiltration. No, yes. No. Who is it? Is it II versus Infiltration? I think. Aw, he could have landed and blocked. Come on, the window between those hits is pretty big. 12 is like the least good character. Besides Sean, who is literally unplayable. Sean's not that bad. He's probably only about as bad as 12 is. II versus Infiltration, Momoshi versus Tokido. PR Rog and Losers versus someone. I don't remember. Someone give me a hand. People use invisibility a lot. 12 players, like... 12 players go for it. Whenever they get a knockdown long enough, which is usually just after EX Needle. It's quite useful. Knuckle Dudes and Losers, PR Rogs and Losers. Nemo's still in, I didn't know that. Daigo's not in it. Daigo's out. Is Nemo still in it? I thought he was out too. Go sleep waffles, why the fuck not? Gamer B. Gamer B made it in over Daigo. That was it. I'm kind of rooting for Gamer B because he would validate my claims that fucking Elena's the best character in the game. And I'm also kind of rooting for Gamer B because I believe in Gamer B. He has cool character choice and he's really skilled. But who I actually think is going to win is probably Infiltration. Well, I don't know. Infiltration's really solid, but he'd like... I don't know if his, like, he hasn't been playing Akuma, and I don't know if his non-Akuma can take it. I mean, obviously his non-Akuma can get it this far. Yeah, Infiltration's lane is pretty good. I think Gamer B's is better, but that's just me. Huh. I've loved Gamer B. I love his Adon, I love his... Ooh, that was nice. II would be nice. I'd be happy with II. Jury's kind of cool. That's neat. I don't know if I would say that Jury is that strong, but I'm surprised this is her first time making, like, serious waves. You know what I mean? Like, Jury's been in the game since Super, and she hasn't seen that much of the light. Top 8 at Evo is a nice thing for her. I feel like Jury's somewhere between number 10 and number 15, tier-wise. I feel like she's creeping near the top, but not, like, not top. That's me, though. That's my opinion. Jury's definitely got a lot of buffs. Say that much. My predictions were Shen, who didn't make it, Momochi, who did, Infiltration, who did, and Daigo, who didn't. And then I said 2 players of PR Rog, Snake Eyes, Smug, and Dominion. And I think only PR Rog made it. So, of my 6 guesses, I was right for 3. Mash that super. So powerful. Remy doesn't have a whole lot of health. He's got the shortest dizzy bar in the game, and I think his health is 1120, which is low average. Nice combo. You can get cold blue kick off of any crouch fierce on any character, I think, but it's easier on anti-air. I haven't watched that one yet. I was watching the other stream. I watched Capcom Fighter stream the whole time. No, wait. No, I did see Kazunoka versus PR Rog. He won by catching a backdash with like a... Or like a jump out with a turnaround punch and then ultra'd. I remember it. It was cool. Gamerby's beaten Daigo before. I'm not super freaked out by that. I would have guessed that Daigo would win, but it's not like... It's not the first time Daigo's failed to make top 8, and it's not the first time that Gamerby's taken it over him. I haven't watched that match yet. I assume that Gamerby played Elena. No super. No super. No super? Can't land something. There you go. Yeah, I wouldn't have placed him over Daigo either. A Sean. A Sean player. Wee. He's Super 3 Sean. That's commonly considered his worst super. It's kind of cool because it has good punishing power and it comes out pretty fast and it goes insanely far. But he lost his best way of landing it, which is his dart combo. In second impact, he had 2 of that super. and he could land it off of his start combo, one frame link on any character. But that was kind of free. I'm actually surprised that Shen took it up Snake, because I thought that Ji played Geef as one of his mains, if not his main. And he's very good, and I would imagine that Ji and Shen play a lot. Sean has a hard time landing that super. He can land it after like short jab short, but he can land I think all 3 of his supers like that. Maybe not super 2, I'm not sure. And the fact that you only have the 1 super stock, oh, he got it. Nice. It does a lot of damage, but only having 1 super stock sucks, and it's as long as the super arc can be, I think. The thing about Sean is that everything he has that's even remotely good, Ken has. That wheel kick, I think you can reversal Shipu that. Surprised that Ken didn't. Maybe just out of matchup inexperience. I'm pretty sure that works. Maybe I'm the one with matchup inexperience. Nice. You can definitely Shipu his sweep. Or like his crouch medium kick. Shipu everything. I think you can Shipu his overhead. Like, Sean has a lot of minus moves. Using Shipu efficiently as a punish is one of the marks of a really good Ken player. The stanky leg poke. That's far medium kick. It's a really bad normal. Did you get him? Nope. Hey, Bafa. Sean's only remotely good normal is close hard kick. Other Shotos wish they had that button. I don't fight a lot of Sean, so I'm usually not... I don't fight that many Seans at all, but every Sean I fight I usually cream. He did stand strong watching for a parry, and because Remy did the parry, he canceled the stand strong into the Shoryuken. Normally you're put into parry lock. Well, I think you're put into parry stun regardless, but you can cancel a move that's parried, and it cancels the recovery of the move. Other Shotos kind of wish they had Sean's taunt too. Sean's taunt is pretty good. It's probably the best of any Shoto taunt. Ken's is nice, and Akuma's is nice. They're both fine taunts. But Ken's Oki is so good that if you had a basketball on top of it, it would be amazing. Most of Sean's normals, even when they look like Shoto normals, they're subtly worse. Like, I think his crouch medium kick has more recovery, and it comes out slower for sure. The Snake actually knows the Gen matchup? I didn't know that. Who the fuck does he fight? He played a multiple FT100? Are you kidding me? Really? I've only ever heard of one 100 game match, which wasn't the first 100, would be a lot different. There'd be a lot more. But it was the one Daigo and Tokido did in Super Era, I think. Even in my longest sets I've ever had, I usually play people about 50 games. Whoa, nice. How to play Guy in the neutral game? When I fight Guy players, they usually do a lot of fake outs with the jump towards elbow drop, which is, I think, not that good because it depends on whether your opponent has like a low profile or like an anti-air that goes really far out. But most guys just kind of slowly walk in. And maybe if they're in the corner, they just flip out with the hard Bushin flip. And they kind of wiggle around with the elbow drop depending on the character they're fighting. Like, it's pretty good against some characters, not so good against others. I see it against, like I don't know. Or, like, I don't know. Usually I just see, like, guys kind of get close enough to get, like, a far strong. And then once they get far strong, they kind of wiggle around with, like, far strong, like, shoulder, far strong, run, stop. Maybe like a far strong, far fierce shoulder, rather. Far strong, fierce start combo. Oh. And I poke out with crutch medium kick. That's a really good poke. Or not crutching, standing medium kick. It's a surprisingly good poke. Removes a bit of his low hurt box and goes farther than it looks like it goes. You can empty cancel with low strong or far strong into EX shoulder, which gets a knockdown and is fairly riskless. They're both pretty good empty canceling buttons. Those are all like nice things that he has. You can EX run in if you want to. I've seen that. EX run stop into throw. It's kind of a cute little gimmick. The opponent can just throw you. Sometimes I see people approach with run overhead, but that's actually unsafe. A lot of people just suck at blocking. There's an easy option select block. You can do low block, high block, and if they do the slide, you low block it, and if they do the overhead, you high block it, just as soon as you see the run. Because the overhead hits a lot later than the slide does. And a lot of people know that option select, even if they're not consciously aware of it, they still do it. So you can't pull that out against like even a halfway decent player. But if you do like a run overhead fast enough, the opponent might not even react to the run. They might just fucking eat the overhead, you know. Those are some impressions I have about Guy's neutral game. Most of the guys I fight, the only, like, really good Guy players, the only place I can win is the neutral. Like, there's a Guy player in SoCal who's quite strong. I don't know his handle. But, I fought him at, like, Riverside meetup and, like, various other meetups in my area, and he runs away with most of them. But I get almost all of my damage in the neutral game, playing Elena or Ryu. So I would say that's probably Guy's weak area off the top of my head. It's not that Elena versus Guy I think is bad, but like I feel like Elena's the weakest one against multiple safe pressure, like multiple hits, like Dudley, Cody, Guy kind of thing, where you can just do close medium kick, like walk in, close medium kick again, or like close medium kick delay, stand strong, stand fierce. Elena has to burn a bar to try and beat that, and if she guesses wrong, she gets fucked. How do you feel about Yang? Third Striker Street Fighter 4. I don't understand the attraction to the character. I feel like a lot of people are frustrated that they see Yun so much, and then just like somehow out of that determine that they like Yang. And I don't understand it. Yeah, I take part in locals in Street Fighter 4. Yeah, if you can help it, don't. You can poke out with shoulder every now and then. You can just do a string and cancel it to shoulder. It's not too bad. But if you can help it, try and get as much like safe pressure as you can through like don't cancel until you have to. Try to do like crutch short, walk in, like stand strong, stand fierce, like run stop, just stuff like that. Try to stay inside without necessarily canceling. Yeah, I like Yang in both games for similar reasons. Yang would make a great KOF character, like Kenso or something. Every local I've ever gone to hasn't been a tournament, it's been casuals. But I'm usually the best player there. I'm not even like super good at Street Fighter 4. I've never been beaten at a local in Third Strike. That's cool. You don't see people cancel combo out of non-EX Tatsu very often. Kind of neat. I always figured Kenzo was young. How old is he supposed to be? I thought he was supposed to be the same age as like Athena, and Athena's pretty young, right? They're Chinese anyway. Chinese people are short. The running bear, it was too far. That was very safe Ken play. Yang, I feel like Yang is the embodiment, maybe not in Street Fighter 4. Maybe in Street Fighter 4. I feel like Yang in this game is the embodiment of safe pressure. He's like the safest character in the game. His damage is okay. His dizzy output is quite good. His damage is kind of low, I guess. But his dizzy output's quite high. His mix-up game is great. But like everything he has is like super safe on block. You have to parry your way out. And even if you parry, like if he does like 2EX Rekkas, he can fuck with your parry into punish or stuff like that. Alright, if he's 19, he's got no excuse. He should already be pretty close to his maximum height. Ugh! Dashed under the universal overhead. Chun-Li gets a little short for her dash, but not enough to like low profile anything. I think below 5 feet is enough to be a legal dwarf for men. 5 feet even would be incredibly short, even for an Asian person. Dude, someone get us like a fucking centimeters to feet. I'm 6 feet, which is I think like 185 centimeters. Oh, he's 5'7". He doesn't look 5'7". I'm not against the metric system. I think the metric system is a hell of a lot better than the imperial system. But one thing I've always bugged me about the metric system is that how inconvenient the numbers are for human use. It's like a foot is like a very common measurement for human needs. And a centimeter is too small and a meter is too big. And stuff like that all the time. With every facet of the metric system, it's like fucking... This is very consistent. But the imperial system just works in amounts that are convenient. A flash kick. I think it's pretty easy on Chun. Sean isn't even hitting with the basketball. This matchup is pretty shitty. I don't know if it's Sean's worst matchup, but I would imagine it would be. I don't remember what Elena's listed height is. I think it's 6 foot even, but she looks way taller than that in both her games. She like towers over everyone. Ryu is like 5'10", I think, which he doesn't look like at all. Vega looks tall as shit, and I think he's only like 6'2". Vega's like usually as tall as Geef is. But I don't, Sean sucks, but I don't think he has a serious counter pick. I think he just generally sucks against everyone. I don't think he has some character who just absolutely smacks him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure both of those characters are taller than that listing. See how Chun-Li just grabbed Sean out of an EX uppercut? That's not too uncommon in this game, believe it or not. Most EX uppercuts aren't invincible, but they're at least unthrowable. Ooh. When you shake out of a dizzy in this game, you're not put into auto block like in Street Fighter 4, so the first button you hit after you shake out the dizzy will be what you do. So it's very difficult to shake out of a dizzy and then parry, or shake out of a dizzy and then block. The thing is, you have to shake out a dizzy with buttons and directions, and do the final little bit of shaking with only directions. And that way you're going to break out of a dizzy with no button input. I actually didn't watch Tekken 7. I didn't even tune in for a second of it. I consider it extremely likely that Urian will be in the game. I find it almost unbelievable that he's not in the game. Urian is a shoo-in for me. Like, the confirmation of the Illuminati being in the game. Like, I mean, they haven't been confirmed, but like the fucking stage in the background of Nash's character portrait. The gem in Nash's forehead, stuff like that. The Illuminati are fucking in the game. And if the Illuminati are in the game, then I consider it very likely that either Urian or Gil or both is going to be in the game. That looks a bit short. I mean, he has a very crouching stance. I can see that he would be a lot taller if he fucking stood up straight. I don't even know the characters in Tekken 7. Tekken 7's not out in America. What the fuck, dude? Why would we even host a game like that? We got no chance. Who won? Was it American? I doubt it. Unless it was, in which, wow. Good work. I've gotten quite good at sneezing after muting my microphone. Thank God. Miguel was the character that I played when I played Tekken 6, which was 1 minute. 2 Japs, 2 Koreans. Yep. That's what I would expect. It's not out at all, is it? Wait, is it out in Japan? Okay. Yeah, we had no hope. Well, I mean, people could just play on like a... Oh, arcades only. Yup, we had no hope. We had no hope. If it was out on consoles, we could have fucking shipped it over. I think the PS3 and the 360... I don't know about the 360, but the PS3 is not region locked. Oh, the dash! That's hard as fuck. That looked all subtle and like not like a huge deal, but that's a huge deal. You have to hit the same kick button 5 times in this game to get a lightning legs. You need insane buffering to do shit like that. And the window's a little bit tighter. Got him. Nice. That's the absolute fastest attack Remy has. So even if he gets a very high connect with his neutral jump hard kick, he can still land and get the super in time. Jump in attacks don't do a whole lot of hit stun in this game. Another link. Let's click on it. Oh, that's a normal sized Kenso. I remember him in KOF 98, he was taller. Kenso in 98 had that fucking super where he ate the pork bun. Well, only one parry. It looked like he was surprised by that. Looked like he tried to parry too. I think that the character announcement tomorrow will probably be the new the first new character. I feel like it will probably be that guy from the ending of the announced video. And I feel like it might indeed be the Maori from the leak. That's my prediction, calling it now. I might be completely wrong. I don't know about fucking the leak being accurate, but I'm near dead certain that it will be the new character from the trailer, and that it'll be a new character, not a returning character. Yeah, he tried to. I think he tried to whiff that faster. I think he tried to get sand hard kick into lightning legs. I'm not sure. I don't know what the fuck he tried to do there. I wonder about that a lot, Waffles. If I ever get too Hollywood, I'll have to stop making these videos. I tried to get the Shen's permission, but he doesn't respond to any of my tweets or my YouTube messages. Wake Up EX Legs is one of Chun-Li's halfway decent reversals, but none of her reversals are good. Shen has never made a comment about these videos. Neither has the Acho. This particular one is an Acho video. I don't think I'll ever get a complaint from Acho. Shen, possibly. The thing is, they're not Shen's videos either. I am taking them from his YouTube. But, like, he's just re-uploading them from, like, various tournaments and stuff. I don't think he owns them. He definitely doesn't own them. So, I feel like he would have enough of a case to get YouTube, like, on his side and get me to take them down. But I feel like he would like what I do. Ah, just kills. Nice and safe. Ken Chun-Li is probably the matchup I've seen the most of any non-mirror in this game. It's quite pure. I feel like Chun-Li has the advantage, but like it's not... Skill still trumps. It's not a huge advantage. I like the announcement today that in-game currency is going to unlock shit. That was cool. I'll probably get enough in-game currency to get every single fucking unlock. I feel like it's a good decision because it encouraged people to play a lot. Ah, he reacted to the hit, but not the midair. JR? Oh, JR Rodriguez? I'll use pad in 3S and Fightcade. Should ask me. Yes, it works. Registers exactly the same way a stick does. Wasn't registering down backs? What the fuck? That's gonna be your controller, not Fightcade. If you can crouch and you can move, then it's not Fightcade. Fightcade only recognizes the fact that down exists and back exists. And if they work ever, then it's like, it's 100% not the program. Might have to fucking get a new pad. I legit have never unlocked Gil in Third Strike. Have to beat the game with every character for that. That shit's annoying, YouTube King. I don't miss that. There are a lot of things I'm okay with for unlockable content, but like having unlockable characters is like when tournament operators have to fucking beat the game with every single character to get fucking sets for vanilla. Reversal spinning bird got stuffed by a universal overhead. Chun-Li's reversals kind of suck. Got it? Good. Nice. It looked good. Chun-Li crouches really low, so I think as long as Chun-Li's crouching, Ken can just natural universal overhead to super, but don't quote me on that. He might need to be a certain distance away. All the time you do a universal overhead, until you hit the ground, you're moving both forward and like down. So the later it connects, the easier you can link out of it. Even on a standing opponent, you can link out of it as long as you hit deep enough. I had the PSP Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. It was good as fuck. It was like a really good port. So was the Tekken 6 PSP. Tekken is pretty friendly to pad too. Maybe like some of the command grab chains aren't very good to pad players. Graphics didn't even look bad or anything. What's his best meaty? Back roundhouse. That's like his only remotely good meaty. Everything else is like, why would you bother meatying that? You can do meaty low forward or meaty towards strong, and they're both fine. Don't bother meatying with anything that's not an overhead. Or I mean, mix up, rather. Meaty towards roundhouse or back roundhouse is a mix-up with throw. Meaty throw. Meaty overhead is a mix-up with meaty crouch medium kick. Or any meaty low, really. So those will actually open people up. But if you're just trying to stuff something, like if you're trying to, if they have no invincible reversal and you just want to make them wake up blocking, then literally anything you have will work. So I guess you want something you can confirm out upon reaction, which of course is still background house. People play Tekken because they like playing as an Asian guy with devil wings who can shoot lasers out of his forehead, which Virtua Fighter does not have. I think this is the last match of the video. Some crouch text will go under background house, and that makes it worse on the characters that have that. Like, I think Elena's crouch tech, definitely Rolento's. I think both DiCaprio and Kami have a crouch tech that low profiles. Anyone with crouch light kick that low profiles, it's hard to use immediate all with Guile. But if you do it slightly later or slightly earlier, it should still work. But there's no point in really doing immediate against I shouldn't say there's no point. He expected a parry. Oops. Max, when you're cornered, you can't get very good follow-ups off of Ultra Throw. That's why I did a lariat there. That was free as fuck.